Hey guys, I know the lighting is bad and I'm still gonna do this video. Just had my cousin over and she's been feeding the baby and holding her and stuff like that. And Addison had 2 bottles and didn't burp with either one of them that I can recall. She did burp. She didn't burp a lot. So she's been throwing up and spitting up and food coming out of her nose and some scary stuff. I think she stopped breathing maybe twice. And she just gave me some burps like But anyways, I was coming back to dang, I'm black, I'm so dark. Okay. Coming back to talk about my NICU story journey. Addison was born June 5th at 11:42, and she immediately went to the NICU, and she was on like CPAP, and that's where she had constant flow of oxygen going through to help her breathe. She was breathing on her own, but she was breathing so fast that they said if she was to get tired, that the oxygen would remind her to breathe or something like that. So she stayed on that for a while, and then she got she stayed on that for like, I want to say like 24 hours, and then like the next day, they took the mask off and they put her on. They put the cannula in her nose at room air. I think she started off at 25% or something like that. I don't even know. I don't even remember. But she had that in, and they like it was room air. So then they took that down to a half a liter, and then they took it out. And we was so happy, and then Addison started having Brady's. And that's when your heart rate dropped. And sometimes they had to stimulate her, which means they had to come and touch on her and stuff. Sometimes rub on her, and if she wouldn't come back, they would have to really just, get her to move in. So they put her back on the cannula at room air, and she stayed on that for like 3 weeks, about 2 or 3 weeks. And then what else? The first time I saw her, she was so tiny. She looked like an old lady. I was kind of scared, but I knew she was my baby, and I had to take care of her. So the second day I came in, I actually got to hold her. So I think like day 3, I was able to hold her. Day 2 or 3, I had the opportunity to kangaroo. And then you saw that video. And then after that, I was able to change her diaper, and her diaper was the tiniest thing ever. It was like this big, like that wide. It was the tiniest little. It looks like a little panty liner, the small one, and it was made by Pampers. So I kept one, and I checked her temperature every day, and that's why I was in the hospital. That was my routine when I was in the hospital. And when I went home, I would be there at 9 o'clock in the morning. I stay there until 11 or 12. Go home, pump, 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 pump. Cause I've been pumping for 38 or 39. She's trying to go to the bathroom. 38 or 39 days now. I want to say 38 days. 39 days. She has her first doctor's appointment tomorrow. Um, so after I go up there and take her milk every day. So while I was in the hospital, they had to use donor milk because my milk hadn't come in. My milk didn't come in to the third day. They wanted to feed her the second day, the first and second day. So I signed the waiver and I started getting colostrum, and I thought it was sweat, so I was wiping it off. And then I ended up, she told me what it was, how it looked. And once I collected it, it was like gold. So they was like, oh, this is all liquid. This is liquid gold. This is what your baby needs. And once the doctor kind of explained to me that they was waiting on my breast milk because my baby need um my colostrum to help build her immune system, because donor milk it had been processed and stuff like that. So the stuff that she needs, she wouldn't get from the breast milk. She only could get it from me. So it kind of put pressure on me. So my milk still wouldn't come in good because I was so stressed out. I was stressed out. I was worried. So, like they always say, try to relax. When your breast, when you're pumping, try to relax, because if you don't relax, then you will not get milk. I'm telling you from experience, you will not get milk. If you're stressed out, if you're tense, if you're worried about anything, you need to be totally relaxed. Like you need to. One thing that didn't work was looking at pictures of her and smelling clothes, and because I would go get blankets from the NICU, and stuff that she slept on and try to smell it, and that didn't work for me. Like even sitting by the bedside looking at it didn't work for me. I guess because I was just so stressed out about so many different things. Um, Things that really didn't even matter. Um, so she moved from room to room because there was every time she would move, they was like, there's somebody else that needs. You did it! She just pressed her feet against my fingernail. She did it. Um, she moved from A to G to H to B on another wing. So she graduated from the north wing to the south wing, which was which I was proud of. She ended up getting a folder with congratulations. She has a certificate. She has a picture, which I didn't like the picture, but oh well. That had congratulations with the graduation hats and stuff on it. So she graduated, and then once she graduated, she was able to. I was able to take her bath by myself, and I swear to you, like while I was stressed out and stuff, I had stopped going. I'll be like 3 days at a time not going to see her. So I can say I've done that. I think I've done that twice. So I think I missed maybe 10 days out of 38, 37 days. Maybe. I want to say 6 because I know I missed 3 days, 2 weeks in a row. And I was just so in my little pity patty world, pity party. And I was like, my baby needs me. I would go to the hospital, spend like 5 hours one day. 5 hours. The next day, they said, your baby took 2 bottles today. I was like, really? Then I go again. They call. They like, your baby is a rock star. She took 3 out of 4 bottles today. Remind you, they have to suck 4 bottles each shift. So, and then the next day was like, she took all 4 bottles for me in like 15 minutes. And then the next shift said she took all 4 bottles. So after she was taking the bottles, I came in. Well, before that, she was taking 2. She came off her oxygen. They first started weaning her off the isolate. They took her stuff off. all in the same week. And she was taking all 8 bottles. She was able to put on clothes. She was in an open crib, all in one week. So spending time with your baby in the NICU is worth it. Like, don't get so depressed that you forget about your baby. They need you. Your baby needs you in the NICU. Like, I couldn't understand, but I understand now that I was her medicine. She needed me to hold her and kiss on her and sing to her and rub her and hold her hand. And my husband, he did his part, I swear to you, every single night for 37 days. I think he missed 2 days. 2 days, not because he had worked doubles and he was just so tired, but 37 days, he missed 2 days. So 35 days he was at the NICU, and he said he was just standing there and just put his hand over her while she was in the isolate. Just put his hands over her and just watched her for 2 hours. Um, and then he said when she got out of the isolate, he would hold her, and then he would change her diaper, and he loved his children so, so much. I wish he loved me the way he loved our kids, or more. But anyways, um, yeah, so your children need you. If they're in the NICU, don't worry about what the nurses are saying or the doctors are saying. At the end of the day, your baby needs you. Just to touch them, to hear your voice. They've heard your voice all their life. They still need to hear you because all these strange noises and all these strange people around them, they need to hear your voice. So that's why Addison is home at 30. She came home at 36 weeks, even 36 weeks. Um, she spent 6 weeks. She spent 5 weeks in the NICU. She has her first appointment tomorrow. I do have some concerns and some things I need to talk to the doctor about. But she is a little healthy little cookie. She's a little fighter, and I love this kid so much. So my experience may be different from other people, and my experience may not have been as hard or as long as other people, but we still share the same emotions, the same feelings, and we still have a common thing that we're there for. Our child came early, or our child was full term and had problems. So I just thank God that He allowed me to bring this little girl home so soon, and I would never leave her. Like, I owe that to her because she shouldn't even be here yet. She still has 4 weeks before, well, about 3 weeks before. I think it's 25 days before she was to be here. So, just I thank y'all for watching my videos. She is She is so beautiful. Although she grunts, although she keeps me up, although it's 11:24 now and I know at 12 o'clock I have to feed her. I should be asleep, but sometimes I just have to stare at her. But just my journey was not as hard as some people's, but it was hard. So if you're going through right now, and I know I was in the hospital, I actually watch people's videos to help me get through. So if you're trying to get through the NICU, just know that you're not the only one. Spend as much time with your baby as you can. So talk to you later.